Good evening. My name is Lauren Johnson, and I'm here to testify for all three of the bills. I'm testifying for 1141, but I'm for all of the bills. My husband and I both have drug felony convictions on our record. I've got 3 children, and we've spent the last 8 years working hard, paying our bills, paying our taxes. But just like everybody else, we've had rocks in the road where I had a car wreck when I was waitressing that left me unable to work. When the economy went down, he got laid off for a little while. In times like those, we find ourselves having to apply for assistance. In those times, I go in there knowing about this law and frustrated and go in there anyway. And so they give me this card and tell me, oh, we can't give you food stamps for you because of this law, but you're handing me the card. If you don't trust me to hold the food stamps, then why are you giving me a card? And also, we eat at the same table. We prepare the same food, and we live in the same house, so it's kind of ridiculous to think that I'm just going to buy groceries for my children with that money. I have gotten motivated to be part of the solution. I've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes trying to come up here and talk, and I'm thankful that this bill has been coming up so frequently. When I started doing this, I started writing a blog for one of the people that I do work with, and I wrote a blog about my efforts and what's going on with this bill. And I got a couple of responses, and one lady had written in and was like, I've been home and crime-free, drug-free for 8 years. I'm now disabled. I can't get food stamps. What am I supposed to do? I know a lady whose whole family is still doing drugs, and no matter how hard she tries, there's no resources available to her, and her support system is back in that lifestyle. I know a guy that just got out a few months ago. He's working hard. He's being proactive. He's doing everything that he needs to do, but he's about to be hit for $80,000 in back child support, and they're going to take 75% of his gross wages and leave him with next to nothing. So there are resources out there. There are food banks. But if you go and try to do a food bank, you're looking at all of the food banks have certain days that they're open, certain hours, and lots of restrictions and requirements. You have to have an ID, or you have to live in their zip code, or whatever the case may be. So you have to study all of that and figure out where you can go. And then if you have to go on foot or by bus, that could take up hours of your days and weeks. And that's time that could be spent looking for a job or doing something proactive to get your life together. I don't think that it's fair that it's discriminatory against just drug felons. I think just like everybody else, they've paid their debt. It's time to let them move on. And you were asking earlier about what kind of benefit this could bring. And I know personally, not me personally, but I know a lot of people who, when they feel like their back is against the wall, they don't feel like they have any other choice than to go back to the life that they were living. So if we provide them with the assistance that they need to get up on their feet and get where they need to be, then that's going to keep them from returning back to that lifestyle of crime, which just perpetuates the cycle. So I think there may be a lot of financial bonuses to this that you're not really able to measure, but they're there. So I would just implore you to pass this bill, these bills.
Mr. Neistat?
Would you say that an individual like you who has paid your debt to society for what you did, would you say that the state is continuing to punish you even though you served whatever you had to serve, continuing to punish you and your family through this lifetime prohibition on getting food stamps?
Yes, and not only punishing me and my family, but again, it by basically telling me that you're denying me, myself and my husband, food stamps, but you'll give them to me for my children. Basically what you're telling me is, well, because you made a mistake way back when, we're just going to give you less money. Figure it out. So yes, it's definitely punitive, and it's and the fact, if they were going to keep it going, modify it to have an end at some point, So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Members, any questions?
Did Tony have?
Representative Rose had a question of
Representative Rose? Oh,
resource person. So currently, you're eligible to for food stamps for your children. You just can't get them for you and your husband.
Well, currently, we don't qualify. We work and we do what we need to do, and we've got savings, and we're on the road where we need to be. But if we were to find ourselves financially meeting the requirements to get food stamps, they would give them to us for our children, but not for my husband and myself.
Okay.